Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Sarah. So as you got the title, we are gonna learn why saying no is important. Did I say a wrong word, learn? Because nobody wants to learn. So let us realize why saying no is important. Right. I'll be telling you when you should say no, why you should say no, and how you can say no. Right. So let's get into it. So I will start with an example. I love giving examples because I think example is one thing we can very quickly relate with, right? So your name is B and you have a submission tomorrow and you have a lot of works to be done. And there is this friend of yours named A. A calls you and asks you to come and accompany A to a nearby supermarket, because A wants to get a packet of chips, right? So even when you didn't want it to really go and you know that what you're doing is wrong, but you went because you were unable to say no, thinking what A would think about you, right? And then you go, reaching back to your room, you are feeling guilty now. So what had just happened? Did you do anything good? You should really question yourself. Did you do anything good? Did A need you or A just wanted you? So you need to prioritize between things, what is really important and which is okay and just a want. Right. So there's a difference between helping somebody and an inability to say no. And there's another thing some of you guys will be thinking right now in your brains, that why it's showing love. Let me say you what love is, right? So love is unconditional. It's very important to show love, but let me say you one thing. Like I said, love is unconditional. You never feel guilty after showing love or sacrificing for something. You do it out of love, right? But if you're feeling guilty for doing it, then it was not love. It was just an inability to say no. Right. Here is another place where you should say no, because you don't want to have no kind of guilt in yourself for doing anything. So learn to say no, because you are you. Self-esteem, sir or madam. You don't have to be somebody else's puppet. You have your own ways, you have your own decisions, your own plans. So do not waver for somebody else. But let me say why you should say no. First thing why you should say no is to be true to yourself. You don't want to just fake yourself and give reasons to yourself, no. And the second reason why you should say no is because you want to create a healthy relationship with healthy boundaries. And so the others could know what they can actually expect from you and what they cannot. Right. And the third reason why you should say no is learning to say no helps you to give more attention to the things that are actually important. Said by Steve Jobs himself. It's not me. And the last reason why you should say no is because you don't want to create or grow any kind of bitterness towards the other person. They want you to do something, you do it because you are not able to say no, and then after doing it you feel guilty for doing it, and you feel, why did that person even come and ask me in the first place, and things like that, and then you start to grow bitterness that grows into bigger, which could turn to a hate. The last part in our video is how to say no. Right. So take it slow, one at a time. You cannot totally become ignorant and be rude and rash to somebody. So take it one at a time, especially if you're not changing your place and you're in the same place and you want to change yourself. So the next point is say no in a polite way, because you don't want to point at the other person's decision. It was not right for you, it doesn't mean the other person's decision is wrong, right? You should learn that. You should know that. The third thing is, this is very important. Now when you have learned to say no, do not give reasons after it. For instance, somebody comes and say, you come, Olina, let's go for a walk. We'll go just walk and come. And actually you don't want to go because you have so many other things to do. But instead you choose to say, oh sorry, my head is paining so bad from evening. I cannot even look at your face. Oh my god. You don't want to give reasons such bad because you don't want to fake yourself. Please be real and just say no. You don't even have to give reasons. Just say no. Like, oh sorry, I don't have time now. It's very understandable. Who doesn't understand it? that person doesn't understand, it's their mistake. I hope I could help you guys, and do comment which point was actually helpful for you. And I'll be meeting you guys in another video. Until then, like, share, subscribe, and ta-ta.